Hey, I was going YouTube channel stars down again, y'all. This is that Go Hard or Go Home channel. Okay, I'm making a short video today with some of my veterans. Got a question down here from a guy in the Air Force that says, is there any way you can do a video on transitioning from the Army to the civilian world? And he's in the Air Force right now. He planned on doing 20 years. And you hit the 5 mark year soon. Okay, that's, hey, let me give you some kudos right there, homie. You keep doing what you're doing. All right, but here's your answer. Okay, I did this twice. I got out one time and then I went back and got out again. And if I had done these big three, what I'm going to tell y'all right now, the first time I probably wouldn't have went back the second time either. So let me go ahead and get into this. Hey, first thing, hey, if y'all ain't got subscribed yet, get subscribed and hit like and make sure you hit the little bell so that when I drop stuff like this, you get it. All right? Don't have to like everything I do, but the important stuff you can tell by the titles of what you want to see. And thanks for all the subscribers. Y'all get subscribed. So let's talk about this, guys. I did this twice. All right. I got out and I didn't do these three things right here. And I wound up going back in. And when I went out the second time, I did. So let's get to number one. Let's go ahead and get into it because I try to, get them done quickly. Number one is you got to understand the Veterans Affairs, all right? Got to. It's okay to get those little advocates and stuff like that, but you need to have a good copy of your medical record, and you need to understand your medical record, okay? This is gonna bring you a little bit of money when you get out of there, all right? It's very important, and healthcare is a lot of money, so it's best to you might want to be trying to get a lot of that through these guys or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's better to understand them right now. Whatever they've been telling you to conceal and not talk about, or get a profile or whatever, you need to go get a profile and you need to get documentation of exactly whatever it is that's going on with you, and it needs to be in your medical record. This is very important, guys. These guys that come around here out now, they out and they went working and all this stuff, and they hurt themselves in the military, and the military owes them money, but they can't get it because they never complained inside the military. They can't prove it because their medical records don't have anything of them complaining about it while they were in. When I was in the second time, I made sure I got everything documented wrong with me, and I went to the mental health and all that other stuff for PTSD, everything. I did all that junk while I was in. So when I got out, the medical records was there. And I'm telling y'all this, y'all need to be doing too. Don't listen to that junk about don't go to the hospital, because this VA thing is going to really rely on that a whole lot. Whether you're going to get a lot of your benefits when you get out is going to rely on that, if you being service connected or anything, a whole lot. Okay? Not so much your house loan and your school money and stuff like that, but those things are. Okay? VA has a lot of rules and time limits, guys. All right? There's even a time limit on your VA money for school. If you don't use it, but there's so many years when you get out. I don't know if they changed that, but it was like 15 at one point. It went away. So you got to know all this stuff right here. You need to be studying the Veterans Affairs and your benefits you're going to get after service. That's the very first thing that you should be doing. Okay? That way when you go talk to these people, it's okay to have an advocate, but you need to know some of this stuff yourself and really looking at it. If you got questions, you can drop them here, and I'll make videos like this to try to help us as much as possible. All right? Number two, job hunting, okay? You got to make sure you get a professionally done resume, all right? You got to apply to a lot of jobs, not do mean a whole lot of them, all right? And you got to be flexible about some of your job terms, all right? And if you haven't heard, right now it's like the 5th month of November, the 5th day of November, 2023, so I don't know how this is going to be later on, but right now it's a lot of strikers going on. It's striking and stuff like that going on in these jobs. And I'm telling you what, guess why? The employers are not as negotiable as most people think in the military, okay? I was in there twice. And people think they're just going to get out and come out here and get a good job and tell their boss they're going to be off and all that other. It don't work that way. Know that too. So if you run your job hunting out here, you know what I'm saying, you got to make sure you look at a lot of jobs, be kind of flexible about where you're going, what you're going to do to get a job that you want, and maybe some of the pay. All right, because these people, they will lowball you. That's why there's bunch striking now. is you need to be on that way before you get out there. And that's what we're going to give point 3 right here, right? Time is crucial in the process, guys. All right? You got to get started on this at least 6 months to a year prior to your ETS date or your in-term of service date, whatever you want to call it. Working with VA is going to take time. Finding acceptable employment, that's going to take time. All right? You got to try to get these things locked down before you get out. And the reason why is because you don't want to be you don't want to get in the middle of that transition. I've seen people happen. And I saved money the second time. The first time I didn't do it. And when I got out and it was time between jobs and this and that, it got hard, so I went back. But if you save up as much money as you can before then, you got more time and you start working on it as early as possible. You may be able to get these things taken care of before you even, get to a certain point where you're going to be needing that money. And that takes us to the bonus point. You got to save all the money you can, guys, before you get out. You got to save all of it, as much as you can. Okay, there's a lot of striking going on right now. I'm telling you, they're not really playing with that. You ain't just going to get out there and just tell them what you're going to pay. All right, they're already kind of working on that kind of stuff right there. So you got to have the money. So if job hunting is failing for right now, or you have to, take a pay cut to get a certain job you want, then you're going to have some money to fall back on. Got to. So this has been a big 3, guys. I'm telling you, hey, you got the VA, you got to get on top of them. You got to get on top of them. You got to get on top of your job hunting, and you got to save you some money to make sure that you got something to fall back on in case, times get a little bit hard while you're in the middle of all this stuff. Especially if you get out before you get that job, or you get out before you really gonna have things, because you can start applying for VA a little bit early in there, but I think you're going to be all the way out before you even get to deal with them. So just remember, you got to have some money sitting back. Got to be on top of the job hunting, get a good doggone resume, and make sure that you save. That's gonna be that's the big 3. That's the best three things you can do. If you're gonna get out of there, make sure you go on top of VA, because you're gonna get a lot of benefits from them, a lot of things like that. It's not just once you're in there, while you're in there. It's stuff that's available for women, especially with women. There's some things just for women and stuff like that, and different grants and different stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to start really paying attention to these things and learn them on your own, knowing your own medical record, so that you could talk about this stuff, and you can, hey, because they might not look at it, they might not see it. You might have to show them. I'm telling you, we're getting that in more of the videos. If you thought this was a good video, y'all make sure y'all hit like so a lot more veterans can get this information. Subscribe, share the video. It's been Taurus Darren to give y'all this Go Hard or Go Home channel. And this is the big 3 of transitioning from military life to civilian life. Y'all drop the comments and let me know what you think. You got questions, drop them on there too. I'm out of here on this one, y'all. Peace.